I ask the wise angels to guide me always to use this deck for the greatest good to others, with insights, wisdom, compassion, genuine authenticity, and deep truths. Hi guys, welcome. We are in a safe space. My name is Kimber. I trust that we are tuning in with what is and tuning out to what is not. This is for the sign of Scorpio. Hi guys, welcome. I'm so excited to do this reading. There were a little bit of delays doing this reading, and it took forever to download the Gemini video, and I think it had to do with retrograde, so much weird energies. Anyway, I'm so excited. I too am a Scorpio moon. So as I go through these downloads and these messages coming to me, meditating on it too, a lot of my wounds, my past wounds from childhood have also been coming up as I meditate on you guys' sign. It's quite fascinating. The vibe and just the overall energy that we're bringing about in Virgo season. Scorpios, I feel that this has a lot to do with expressing pain from childhood, expressing pain about your family. And it is also about, in Virgo season, also what I have written down under your notes, some reminders for you guys during Virgo season is to surround yourself with family and to maybe look at things from a different feel, a different perspective, if you know what I mean. A whole different vibe, you bringing in a whole different vibe into the room. And I feel like you thrive in Virgo season. You are at your best, you say, in Virgo season. But this also may be more about family at this time more than anything else. And it is also what is reminding us in Virgo season is to allow ourselves to see more of the colorful things in life, the more joyful, more blissful things in life, to leave the darkness behind. And perhaps maybe the past was very dark and is all you can remember it from when you think about your past, your childhood. You were maybe the child that was teased a lot and was bullied a lot for being smart, for knowing everything, for being a know-it-all, and you having to express a whole lot of that about yourself and how much you were bullied and how much you were teased because you were that type of child that just was out of the ordinary. You weren't someone, you didn't really surround yourself with people, and that you wanted your own space all the time. You always wanted to find your own corner and sit by yourself or have lunch by yourself or, those kinds of things when you were a kid, from what I remember. My Scorpio moon was very deep and private and very to myself. A different kind of tone, I think. Very overprotective also of my energy is what I mean by that. And it is not our fault, like this is how we are designed. It's not our fault that we know things. It's not our fault that we pick up on things. As Scorpios, we're very intuitive in that way. Is when I mean very clairvoyant, sharp mind, sharp crown chakra. A very steady pace and mind also, and I think that maybe that is what makes us even more resilient, because we pick up on so much on our senses, with our senses, and how much insights and wisdom we pick up from that. I love that, Scorpio. As you can tell, I've already shuffled. I've just been getting in this flow. Didn't want to get out of this flow. I feel like I have been on this flow. When I do each sign, I want to get into the flow and the vibe as pure and as authentic, you know? And so having to purify every single time right after is very important to me. And before I had done you guys' reading, I knew that I had to get out. I had to be in nature. So I went to the park with my dog and I sat there for a minute and I meditated on you guys' sign, and it came in so beautifully, and I couldn't wait to do this reading. So as you can tell, I've already shuffled the cards. I'm going to go ahead and clarify some of these cards. I want to start with the Four of Pentacles, holding on to a lot of being very protective of what you have created so far, Scorpio, what you have built so far. This sense of maturity that we bring about in our energy. I feel that also comes from our childhood experiences and how we integrate the outer and our inner worlds, and having to understand this part of us, you know. Our maturity grows, and what comes from that is our crave for more creativity, our crave for something more, something greater than what we are feeling, our crave for something bigger than our pain. This Four of Pentacles that we're holding so close to us, that's what we're protecting, and we're keeping so close to us, you know. We can be very overprotective and armored, and it's because it comes with a lot. And you say it's not our fault that we are this way, but we also have to have our distance as well. Creating more of a more abundant, more private life, one that you can call your own, and not that is controlled, but controlled by you and you only. I love that, Scorpio. I feel like that's very you coming into independence, getting to know more of yourself and being independent, and also being confident in that too. I feel Virgo season is showering you with a lot of that, and I love that so much. Coming out of it confident, standing up for what you believe in, standing up also for who you are. You're not just walking around and not honoring, is what I'm getting. Don't want to use that deck. I'm going to use a different one. That's what we're building here. That's what you have, perhaps maybe have already. Like, it's here. This is who you are. You're stepping into this new identity, this new confident you, confident in what you're saying, confident in what you're expressing, and not in what you're saying also, but in what you're writing, or maybe contributing to society, to your family, your circle, your work, contributing to yourself. Some reminders in Virgo season as well, Scorpio, allowing us to be more colorful and to leave the darkness behind. Eight of Swords here. Excuse me, I dropped some cards here. clarifying the death, Three of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. As I said, for Virgo season, it's allowing us to be more lighthearted. A lot of that is coming up also. It's a harsh world, and we are all having to feel so much all at the same time. And sometimes our question is, where do we come back to? Something to believe in within your world, something more colorful, you know, and not so much of the sorrow, this sadness, this somber that I'm feeling. Making changes also in how we think about ourselves, being more confident also in what we're doing. The Three of Pentacles clarified. I feel like that too, you coming out of it, the change. Remember what I said about identity? Coming into this new identity, new personality that you're bringing about to yourself. Also being very responsible at work, taking on more responsibilities also, but knowing when to rest, knowing when to take a break, and knowing also when to bring harmony and balance back into your life. The Temperance, Major Arcana, stepping out of it, self-actualized, stepping out of it anew, and bringing in more creativity into your life, creating more of a more abundant life. Okay, I'm picking up on mommy energy. You're the type to, you know, can't wait to come home and bring gifts to the Moon card. Clarified. Bring gifts to your children. Like, you're the type of mom that loves to, you know, do surprises like parties and gatherings and stuff. I don't know why I'm picking that up, but very princess-like personality is what this is coming up. The Moon, resilient, vulnerable, yes, a know-it-all, and sassy as well. But someone who is very nurturing and loving towards her peers. I love that. The Moon, clarified also. Self-actualizing. Expressing pain, perhaps maybe with your family. Some things to heal from during Virgo season, Scorpio, some of those things that's coming up from the past, how I was saying, those deep wounds when it comes to mommy issues. Excuse me. Drop cards again. The Tower. Again, going back and maybe even having to reset, reprogram our thinking. You know, some of these traumas that has happened to us in our childhood, it can cause great pain in our adulthood, and it is to be tended to be watered by you. And in order for us to do that, you know, we have to find time to really sit with it, or it will literally really break us, really just like tear us apart, you know, and not in the most healthiest way also. But I think that is why Scorpios they have this really mature way of holding themselves together, because they are also in tune with their emotions, and they're not afraid to express them, and they will express them in any way and however they want to channel it. Like I said, creating your own and what is yours and making it yours. and not one that is controlled by you, created, more so created by you. Lots of passion coming in here. I think maybe that is what you're doing here with the Magician, everything that you have at hand, the tools that you already have. Let's say, for example, that you don't have a certain tool to work on for your project, this new project you want to work on, or maybe you don't have a specific tool to help you bring this channel together, or maybe bring your business together. You know, it's just, everything is just overwhelming at this time, and I don't know whether or not which to prioritize first. It's kind of hard to do that when there's so much weight on me, so I'm trying to find the light of things, Scorpio. This is also for our Scorpio moon, Venus, sun, and rising, you guys. And while I feel like some of us are dancing our way out of our problems in Virgo season, the rest of us are just like having movie nights, pizza and movie night, and like finding the joy in that, you know? Like, you don't have to go too extravagant in having to have a more abundant life. You know, you can have abundance just by sitting at the park. You can have abundance at your feet, you know, just by looking up at the sky. You know, there's so much to that. There's so much to that. Absolutely, bro. Some affirmations I have here for you guys. I have already shuffled this deck. I'm so excited. I want to get more decks, and I want to share with you guys what I have picked, and I can't wait to show you. But this is the deck that I'm using. This is actually the deck that I use only for myself. Shh, don't tell the other signs, but I'm telling you, Scorpio, you're very special. But this is the deck I use only for myself. But I decided that I wanted to use it for you guys. So, some of the affirmations I have here. Back to the moon again. My body is rich. I am abundant. I am provided for. I do not control my mind. I am an observer of my mind and my thoughts. The more I give, the more will come to me. From the soul's perspective, you are always safe. Nature is designed to uphold your well-being. And as you do this, you become your own self, your own human design. There's only one way, right? The Lovers. There's only one way to go. Having boundaries in Virgo season. Not letting anybody step into what you're creating, Scorpio. This is a very special place for you that you're creating. Making the most out of this too. This is where you come to. This is where you go when you're not feeling like the world is being too nice. Make your space comfy and indulge in an awesome movie with your families or by yourself. Let's clarify also. I want to clarify this Ace of Cups really quick, because I feel like this is us stepping into a new perspective. A new perspective. The Lovers again is coming up. And maybe a new way of a more committed, okay. A more committed relationship, a more meaningful, more purposeful, driven. Okay, coming in hot day. The moon, the lovers, Knight of Swords at a pace. 8 of, I am clarifying this Ace of Cups. Okay, a lot of this I feel has to do a lot with having to make all of that, having to make your self-sacrifices. Sorry guys. Having to make sacrifices again. Coming together. A reunion. Okay. A lighter, more brighter perspective. Let your freak flag fly. That part of you that you have kept silent for so long. You know what I mean by that? The part of you that you kept silent in your childhood. The part of the real big part of you that you've kept silent because you couldn't express it when you wanted to in the time that you needed to, but always how much people would hush you or tell you you can't express a certain thing, or it's in those times where you build maturity, self-mastery. The Hermit, the Moon, bottom of the card, bottom of the deck, sorry. Baby steps. Honor your inner child. Make sure of it. Why wouldn't you want to? That is who you are, you know what I mean? Listen to the wisdom of your intuition. Allowing it to be, you're allowing to see things in a more colorful, more brighter way, and not just having to perhaps a little less dark than you usually think about it. Because you know how much we can get so deep and so dark into. I was listening to Billie Eilish before I did this reading, and I'd listened to, I don't remember which album it was, but I listened to the whole album, and I realized that is my Scorpio moon. The rage that comes from it too. Very intense. Okay. Scorpio, thank you for letting me do that reading. And thank you for always being supportive of my channel and tuning in. Have a great Virgo season. I'll see you guys in the next readings. Bye.